Creative Humanities, to me, is a part of a family of new types of humanities, arts and sciences that are really trying to use the critical theory that we have honed and trained ourselves in for decades, but also trying to explore that new type of creativity that we need in this day and age, when we have a tendency of being too limited in our way of thinking about the world, fantasizing about the world, imagining what the world also could be.
It is useful because we live in a world in which information, data is everywhere. We're bombarded with visuals, with sounds, and everybody has found ways of kind of creating paths through this abundance of information, visual, sounds, etc. But very often these paths we cut, the connections we make, it's an intuitive process. We just do it. We click from one Instagram post to the next, and we never stop and reflect. Like, why am I actually interested in these kinds of posts? What does this interest tell me about me? What does this interest tell me about the world we live in and the future that I'm actually hoping to contribute to? And Creative Humanities is an awareness-raising project in a way for lots of people that want to become conscious about the connections that they build and the worlds that they create by making those connections.
I'm very happy to find that all these new humanities and the creative humanities are actually taking art seriously, not just as an add-on or an illustration or a way of communicating, getting things out there by branding it with art, but actually use art as a mode of thinking. And I find that very hopeful and inspiring.
We really need thinking about the problems we really have on right now, and the art is making the way to can transport for other kind of realities. We need thinking together, and the creativity help us to just put on the table what is happening, and we can change the future. How we can change that? The art can help us. And if I speak with science or with philosophers, we can help each other because the creativity we have.
I have used it in many different ways. In the collaboration with different artists, we are kind of looking onto particular research problems, as I have worked very much developing eco-punk fanzines, for example. And by doing that, certain research tools and concepts have emerged. So I have been working, for example, with one artist, Signe Johannesen, where we have looked at temporalities, time and temporalities, and we have together actually produced both kind of artworks and new thinking tools. So we worked and developed a trans-temporal in order to look at different times and temporalities being present in our existence right now. So that is one way that we have worked. I have worked with another eco-punk fanzine that revisits the old mythological figure of the golem. And there we have tried to kind of understand how the making process entails, of course, both human and lots of non-human kind of agents, and thereby both kind of questioned the golem, the traditional kind of golem archetype as such, and also opened up kind of new ways of kind of looking at the combination of materiality and mind.
The future. I think I'm inclined to think of a next step in at least my engagement with the creative humanities, and that would be to explore further and think about creative methods or methods for creative humanities. So research methods that in very diverse ways open up thinking and aim to allow us to think differently. This generative impulse that we can recognize on the one hand in conceptual thinking is actually also very much worked with in different methods. We could see methods from the past that are becoming relevant again today, but we also see a very creative new development of methods in the humanities and adjoining fields of scholarship, but also making practices that I think we should engage with more. So that's my that will be my next step.